to BumbleKast Live. I'm your host, Ian Flynn, the Bumble King, and joining me as always is my live Bumble co-host, Kyle, JCRB Krause.
Yep, I'm not dead yet. I am in fact live.
He is not dead yet. He can dance and he can sing. No, he's not dead yet. He can do the Highland thing.
Sure.
The rest of the song goes something like that. You know how it is.
Do I? I'm not sure what song you're referring to, but sure.
It's from, you know what? Never mind. Everyone to the show. Before we get started, a big thank you to Jennifer R. for joining us and helping with managing all the Q&A because she is sick. What a trooper. Thank you to Noni for waiting in the wings to pick up. If Jen, please get some rest if she needs it. Thank you to Cassie for handling social media stuff. Thank you to JR Bound, who's going to be doing all the timestamps after the fact. And thank you for joining us, giving us your questions and your super chats. Please limit yourself to one question at a time. Wait for it to get answered, then send in another. We will try to prioritize super chats and try to get through all of them tonight. And if not, they will be rolled over into the next available recording session. I think I've got that down pat. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think that's just about everything. I mean, I think we can call it there. Show's over. All right. Bye, everybody.
No.
Oh.
Let me answer this one thing.
Okay. We'll do some questions. We'll do a lot of questions, actually. We've got quite a few already coming in. Let's go ahead and start off with this one from Dat Cartoonist Guy. Ian's Gibble and Kyle's Goomy have thrown up the Everstones they'd swallowed. Without them, they'll soon evolve into Gabite and Sliggoo. Will either of you stop them, or will they evolve? Okay. Let me look this up. What is it?
I'm fine with Gabite evolving. I like Garchomp.
What's a Sliggoo? Let me see what that is. Sliggoo.
I think it's supposed to be based off of the sea dragon. It's a gooey, slimy, lumpy.
I don't even remember what a Goomy was. Oh yeah, that guy. Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's your Goomy. You do what you want.
Yeah, pretty much. Sure, you can evolve. Whatever. It's fine. That's okay. That's not bad. That's not terrible. I'll allow it. Here's one from Hero Squad. The Star Fox crew appears at Starbucks. That also includes Crystal from Starbucks. How does it go?
Well, they get in line to order, and it's taking forever, and they wonder why. It's the barista behind the counter just smiles and says, "Can't let you brew that, Star Fox."
Damn it, Ian.
Andros is hired to take your order down.
Did they meet Starbuck at Starbucks? As in Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica? No? Okay, never mind.
Your daddy screamed real good when he dumped that hot coffee in his lap. Andros' enemy is my enemy. Damn it, Andrew, that's not the bit.
Nope. You ruined it.
Just like everything else, that's why he doesn't love you.
Oh, got him. Chaos Wind 5042 asks, at long last, Blues and Tempo are having their first date, but 3 uninvited cupids keep secretly trying to help the two along. Roll, Vesper, and Dr. Wily? How good/bad does this go?
Roll is operating off of all of the schlocky Harlequin romance Hallmark movie tropes, because that's what she thinks works. You don't really have a manual for this sort of thing. Robot romance is new. And it's not going over well because, number one, that's awful material. And number two, Tempo and Blues do not fit those molds. Vesper is entirely encouraging because she wants to see the chaos. She just wants to see what happens. She has no faith in it going well or poor. She just wants to see the world burn.
We did not get nearly enough Vesper Woman in the Mega Man comics. We could we could have some real fun with her.
Wily is all for it because once the two families are united, then that will be an even larger target, one he can't miss. He can break hearts and ruin lives. It's brilliant at setting themselves up for the fall. Did he say that out loud?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Well, was anybody listening? And everybody at the cafe, yes. Oh. Well, anyway, I was going to take your order. Do you want the souffle? Not anymore. Can I talk to the manager? Just a minute. It's a robot.
This version of Wily does not have the German accent, it seems.
I need to stick with the German accent. I was starting to lapse into another nefarious doctor, and that's not him. That's not
Wily. Who knows? Who knows?
A nefarious doctor, you say? Nope, out you go.
No,
nobody asked for you.
No.
Yet.
Put the duck away. Put him away. Pedanticat asks, Ian and Kyle, what are your top 3 favorite speedsters from the Flash family?
Honestly, I am not familiar enough with that to really have a particular ranking.
Same. Like, I know Barry and Wally and Jay.
Yeah.
And then Jessie Quick is pretty cool from what little I know about her, but anyone else I'm not really so familiar with.
Like, I have a surface level functioning well enough for a particular crossover understanding, but
okay, I guess I've heard of Bart. I know Bart exists. I don't know much about him though. But yeah. Sorry.
I'd have to do a much deeper dive before I, really pick favorites.
Yeah. I'm less familiar with the Flash than most other DC properties, I'd say. Most other Justice League DC properties. Like Flash is the one I'm probably least familiar with, so. Anyway, here's one from a wild card. Assuming you've heard of Skylanders, here's my question. Flynn from Skylanders and Launchpad from DuckTales switch places. How well or how terrible does it go? I mean, we've heard of Skylanders, but
about Skylanders to know that I don't know the answer to this. Hold on.
Let's see. Let me look up Flynn from Skylanders because I don't know. Not familiar. Oh, okay. I've seen that guy. I don't know him, but I've seen him. He's the pilot. Okay.
I mean, I remembered him being a pilot. I don't remember him looking like that, though.
Yeah, okay. I don't know anything about him, though. Can he actually fly, or is he like an incompetent pilot? Does he crash every landing?
I'm not seeing any mention of that offhand, and I don't want to spend a lot of dead air on the live show, but it does seem like it's more he's got the swaggering ego. He's like most pilots. Sorry if you're a pilot and you hear this, but you know what you guys are characterized as. So, just off the cuff, I'd imagine the Skylanders are kind of appreciative of a more warm and less immediately problematic pilot that is Launchpad until they get into whatever vehicle he's piloting. And then the opinion changes quite quickly, usually with screen. Flip it around. Scrooge might tolerate it if Flynn is cheap.
Well, yeah.
Like if Flynn will work for peanuts, then Scrooge doesn't care who's flying the plane as long as he flies it, and he doesn't hurt his bottom line.
Mm-hmm. Or anybody else.
Yeah, well, there's that. Plus, if going by the wiki here, he's a bit of a womanizer. He's only going to make one comment towards Beakley, and then he's going to be fixed real fast.
How
you want to interpret the word fixed is up to you.
He will learn quickly. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to some super chats. Here's this one from Chocolate Watermelon. What happens if the Fortune's Lap crew meets Bale from the 2004 series and Brave and the Bold Batman?
Bale.
Individually, of course. I think they mean Christian Bale. As in Dark Knight trilogy Batman.
Gotcha.
And then
Nolan
is 2004 series different from that? I think they mean three different. I think they're asking if they met three different Batmen. So the Christian Bale Batman, 2004 series Batman, and Brave and the Bold Batman. What is the 2004 series exactly?
Well, while you look that up real quick, Christian Bale Batman.
Okay. The Batman. It's 2004. It's cartoon.
Okay, that one. So, Bale Man.
Yeah.
American Psycho in a cape. Wind likes the fighting style. Get up close, beat profusely. Move on to the next dude. She can get on board with that. Might want to learn a thing or two.
Scream in guys' faces. That's always fun.
For the rest of the day, she's going around the ship. Swear to me! Swear to me! Swear to me! Stop it, Wayne. Thorne appreciates the functionality of the gadgets. You know, they're tucked away and then they serve their purpose very well. It's very economical. He likes it. It's good. Not a big fan of the theatricality, but he understands it in principle. Lissy thinks he's terrifying. She doesn't like him. He's a scary man.
Yeah, she's right.
And Jobun is so sure he recognizes that jawline. He can't place it. Like the cowl throws things off, but he is so sure he knows a guy who looks like that. Well, whatever.
He always knows the guy.
He wants to drive the tumbler.
Yeah.
The Batman, I didn't watch that as much. But I admit he's got that kung fu flippity dippity style that would be enough to keep him just out of range of Wind, so she'd have kind of fun fighting him. That's her focus, fighting the dude who's dressed like he's some kind of weirdo. I mean, what else would you do with that kind of guy?
Pretty much.
Which really is kind of his job, so she's not wrong. Lissy, still scared. Not a big fan of that design. Kind of warms up a little bit since there's a Robin there by season 3, season 4. That takes a bit of the edge off. Foreign again appreciates the style. I think it's a little too flashy, a little too much flip, a little too much flair. You could be a little more concise, but you know, he's focused on his job, so that's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And Jobun it's killing him because it's a different guy, but he swears he recognizes that jawline. Like maybe they're brothers, cousins, something. He can't put his finger on it, but he knows this guy. Brave and the Bold Wind wants to join. Give her a cape and a cowl. She'll be a Robin. She doesn't care. Loves this guy's attitude.
Yeah.
What did he call his fists? Justice and liberty or something like that. All 100% on board. Loves it.
The hammers of justice, apparently.
Hammers of justice. There we go. Yes. She is 100% on board with that. Lissy likes the color blue better. Still kind of intimidated. He's very intense. And all of the other friends are much nicer, especially that Aquaman fella. Oh, he's super fun. Voren, again, appreciates the focus and the dedication to his craft. He's a little off-putting, though. Kind of abrasive. A little intimidating. He's going to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
And Jobun, third exposure, he's got it. Finally got it.
Yeah.
It took him long enough, but you put those three together, boom. It's obviously that guy who does the stuff. What's his name? He's in the city all the time. You see him all the time. Yeah, Clark Kent.
Clark Kent, yep. Exactly.
Can't fool me, Clocky boy.
He got it. He got it in one. Perfect. That just reminds me of the animated series episode where Clark dresses up as Batman to help Robin out. That was a great episode.
You recognize this guy in the picture, right? Bane. Oh, yes. Bane.
All right, here's one from KB. Have you seen the first episode of the new Pac-Man web cartoon, Snack Breaks? And if so, what were your thoughts? Didn't even know it was a
I did
thing.
not know this. Yeah, never heard of this. I will add it to the pile.
Is it any good? Let us know. Is it worth our time? Also,
I mean, if they're shorts, I hope they're bite-sized.
Got a lot of super chats coming in. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Hey, nice.
Kater Station asked, switcheroo time with X and Alia. How would Alia deal with being the first Reploid made by Light and also dealing with Sigma's betrayal? How would her dynamic with the likes of Zero or perhaps Iris be like?
Interesting.
I wonder how much would change.
Number one, is it Alia or Ilia?
I've always heard Alia.
Alia? Okay, Alia. All
Yeah,
right. Alia.
I remember hearing Alia. I could be wrong, but
I feel like Alia is
like Alias.
There we go.
So like Alia, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like she's a bit more observant, a bit more cagey
Yeah.
than X. So she might actually see Sigma's uprising coming. Like, maybe not full on call it before it happens, but she knows something is on the horizon before it happens. X and everybody else, they're completely blindsided, but she realizes something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe doesn't quite make the logical leap that Sigma, the Reploid of all Reploids, has gone Maverick, because that's inconceivable. He's built not to do that.
Right.
Something's happening. And Sigma is somehow involved, and that concerns her. So she might have some kind of early scramble plan waiting in the wings. And to that end, she would tap Zero, because Zero is elite. Like, he's the best of the best. And kind of just tell him on the download, hey, something's going to go down, and I'm not sure what, and I don't think we can trust the top brass on this. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the pieces, but can I at least trust you to be on call? And Zero would be like, yeah, okay, crazy lady, whatever. You're D rank, but hey, you're smart. So, okay, sure, I'm on standby. And then things go down. And he's like, dude, how did you know? And she's like, now is not the time to ask questions. Beam saber, shoot, shoot, shoot.
Yeah, my question is, would she be? She's not really so much of a pacifist.
No,
openly.
She's got blood on her hands.
Openly, well, that's true. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
she's got
not like X.
She has red in her ledger, so to speak. So no, she'd be far more decisive.
Good.
I don't think she was she wasn't necessarily built for combat. The Reploid she took out, I think it was more of a sneaky assassination thing.
Yeah.
So, well, there's the question. Would she go in guns blazing because it is an open conflict, or would she try to stick to, well, no, because that was also her design in primary canon. We're talking if she was built by Light.
Yeah. This is a different.
And Light would have built her to be able to protect herself straight up, because he knew what happened in Classic.
Yeah, he was there.
Like, to be safe, you're going to have this Mega Blaster wife here.
Why is it Elmer Fudd Light for this one? But it wasn't German Dr. Wily earlier.
Well, look, all right. Well, next time we do a Dr. Wily, he can be German.
Okay.
So, okay, she'd be more strategic, maybe, in her application of violence. But she could follow a similar arc to X because in this scenario, she has the capability to evolve and exceed parameters. So it would be a similar trajectory to X, but she wouldn't whinge about shooting her fellow Reploid as much.
No.
People are in danger. Maverick or otherwise, you are a hazard. I gotta pull the trigger. Sorry, bang.
Pretty much, yeah. And good for her,
To
honestly.
To that end, maybe Zero's like, Iris who?
Oh no. Oh no.
I think I heard somebody online scream at that. Just,
Yeah. Well, I'm the one who said, oh no.
well, because you.
Oh boy. Alia versus Zero would be a sick song, though. And a sick fight. Here's Andrew B. with a question. Dr. Wily's isekai'd into being Rufus T. Firefly's scientific advisor. What hilarity ensues?
Just a moment. I need to find out who Rufus T. Firefly
Who is Rufus T. Firefly? Marx Brothers Duck Soup? That's what I'm getting. Rufus T. Firefly is the fictional president of Fredonia in the 1933 Marx Brothers comedy Duck Soup. Not familiar with this.
Familiar with.
I know we're old, but we're not that old.
Well, I mean, the Marx Brothers are one of those
kind of. It's a classic. Not so familiar with it though, personally. So I don't know, Ian.
Yeah, we don't. It's a live show. I don't have time to go through the entire wiki entry here, but I'm assuming if we're president of Fredonia and it's the Marx Brothers, it's ironic. So I don't know, Idiocracy, but with a German accent.
Oh no.
Yeah, everyone is free to do as I wish. They wish, as long as they fit within certain parameters. I may be completely off base. Sorry, I don't know enough to riff on this one.
No, not sure. All right. Diamond Death has a question. Crossover time. Worlds Collide redo, but with Mega Man and Zelda, specifically Ocarina of Time. How does this go?
Do you go with Kid Link or do you go with Adult Link?
Either way, they don't talk, so I'm being told both, but I don't know how that would work.
Okay. I'm putting this together on the fly here. Okay, Act 1 is the inevitable hero versus hero because that's fun. And they're working together by the end of it. And it's been revealed that Wily and Ganondorf are in cahoots. Act 2 is young Link and Mega Man manage to rescue Roll and young Zelda from the immediate threat. But by the middle of Act 2, there is a time warp that opens, and it looks like young Link and young Zelda are lost forever. And there is angst, and Mega Man vows to continue the fight and save both worlds, with the big surprise twist at the end of Act 2 that adult Link and adult Zelda show up from the time warp. Hero of Time and Sage of Wisdom, ready to go. And Act 3 is adult Link broing it up with Mega Man because he missed his little buddy for 7 years. But look at all the cool toys he's amassed in the meantime. And Ganon is also somehow involved with this time warp, Wily thinking that he could take control over the dark forces in the meanwhile. Nope, it's full-blown Ganon. He showed up to take things back. He's the big end boss. Everybody shoots him with light arrows and lemons and whatnot. And restores Hyrule and Monster City, Monsteropolis back to normal.
Alternatively, Mega Man plays the ocarina to become Ruby Spears Mega Man.
excuse me, Dr. Light. Wishing he'll wink. I won't take any kind of shots like that.
Did he ever say that? I don't think he ever said that.
Maybe I'm mixing it up. Also, the ongoing subplot is Ganondorf is hunting down Link and Zelda because he wants the last two pieces of the Triforce.
Mhm.
But for once the Hylians don't have it, they're actually in Mega Man and Roll.
Well, there you go. That works.
And
Possibly.
Base has the Triforce of Power as well, just to really mix things up. Sure, why not?
All right. Bladed Fox 14 is here with the super chat. This is for both of you. Out of all games, comics, and TV shows, what is your favorite fictional evil organization? Something like Hydra or Cobra. This one's tough.
I mean, Cobra did have that fantastic theme song in the movie.
Yeah.
But Hydra's slogan of cut off one head, two shall take its place, it's a little corny, but in the right context, it's actually kind of chilling.
Yeah.
Like, to me, when watching the Captain America movies, in the first one, it's this, idiotic phrase. It's this soulless declaration that you get behind because it sounds cool on paper. But then when they find Arnim Zola in the basement and he reveals the full scope of the conspiracy, and that's the context of it. Yeah, you killed off Red Skull, but we multiplied, we infiltrated, cut off one head, two will take its place. You can never defeat us entirely because we're an ideal. That made it spooky.
Yeah, and they definitely expanded and played with that a bit more in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And throughout that show too, at least during the Hydra era of that show.
I know it's a derivative, but I love Blue Laser out of Cheat Commandos.
Of course. That's the best one. Yeah, because I'm thinking of like evil organizations. Like, who's really got that sass? And Blue Laser. Yeah, Blue Laser's awesome.
I am so sick of you people. This is killing me. There's all sorts of fun bad guy groups out there. Why am I drawing a blank? All I'm thinking about,
I mean, you got the Decepticons, which are hilariously inept. Like, I don't know how there's been this war for so long, considering how freaking inept they usually are. I'm having a hard time thinking of any others, like any major ones. Legion of Doom, Team Rocket.
Well, yeah, absolutely Team Rocket.
Team Rocket is kind of legendary, yeah.
And even in which of the mobile games was it? Like, there's some excuse plot for all the characters kind of being together at the same point at the same time, and all of the gangs eventually just get absorbed into Rainbow Rocket. None of them can be, and they're all like scheming and underhanded, and it's like, oh, we're going to take over eventually. It's like, no, you're not. Giovanni rules with an iron fist, you dorks. You can't be Team Rocket.
Nobody can be Team Rocket.
Foul was fun in the DuckTales stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Though Foul was kind of a takeoff on, shoot, I forget.
Spectre?
Not Spectre. Or was it Spectre? I can't remember.
I'm
trying to remember like the organization that Foul is.
Not to derail you, but the Foot Clan.
Oh.
There we go.
You got it. You found the answer. Yep, that's it. That's it. Yep.
If anybody can hold a candle to Cobra, it's the Foot Clan.
In pretty much every incarnation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Foot Clan, I think I'm going to put the crown on them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. You're right. Although the Mutant Brotherhood is also pretty good.
Yeah, but
I don't think they quite have it.
Shredder's just got this thing about him, you know?
Yeah. All right. We got a lot of questions, so let's keep moving.
Yep.
Here's one from Cameron D. I've noticed something disturbing. Hank Hill, we know him, we love him, propane, and all that. But I've noticed he goes, "Blah," when scared. Hate to suggest it, but could Hank Hill be a rabbit?
I'll tell you what, I tried to leave that life behind him a long time ago. But then, he had a kid, and I mean, proof's there in the pudding. That boy ain't right.
It's all toilet sounds. All right, back over to standard questions for a bit. Thank you to all you guys who are sending in super chats. Thank you. Mr. Runadan is here with a question. Continuing from your last Captain and adventure, both of you and your team, Robo Chief, Bubsy, and Shovel Knight, team up with Sam and Max to stop GLaDOS. What happens and how do they butcher the duo?
Butcher the duo?
Sam and Max, I'm assuming.
Because
it's Captain...
No. See, this is like the crossover with the Sam and Max cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Our Captain N adventures managed to last that long that we've caught up to Sam and Max, the actual cartoon series. So they're safe. I will not corrupt Sam and Max.
Okay.
He would find it if I did.
But we do butcher GLaDOS.
Well, yeah.
I think we already did that, actually. Didn't we I think we set her up as like the main villain?
Did we?
I think we did. Yeah, I think we did. I think that's where this is coming from, yeah.
But Sam and Max are there to provide biting commentary on the authenticity of slapdash money-grubbing adaptations. Very self-aware in their own right.
As usual.
Damn, I hope this never happens to us. I wouldn't hold your breath, little buddy. Why not? Because you swell up like a balloon. And they deploy liberal amounts of violence, whereas we do nothing directly violent because we're that kind of cartoon.
Right.
And GLaDOS defeated. And Sam and Max... Do we do the cheap it was all a dream thing? Yes, it starts off as a cheap it was all a dream crossover until it's revealed that just Max fell asleep in the transition between scenes and they were actually saying the goodbyes. It wasn't a dream after all. It was a legitimate crossover.
It wasn't a dream. Or maybe it was.
But, their car broke down on the way over to the crossover, so they're going to have to catch a ride back to their hometown. But it's okay, because this desert bus looks like it's headed in the right direction.
And there's these two magicians on it. Weird. One of them never says a word. The other one's extremely loud. All right. William C. has a question. If you adapted Super Monkey Ball into a comic book, will it feature a panel where II plays Afterburner due to Afterburner and Super Monkey Ball being both made by Sega?
I feel like we had this question last month.
William sends in questions like these on a regular basis.
Okay. Well,
not this exact one though, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But it's similar questions to this. And it's fine. It's their shtick. It's cool.
The answer is the same thing, is that just because one parent company owns both IPs does not mean that there is a clear or easy road between the two of them.
Listen, II can fly a generic military jet if he wants to. This is
He
fine.
can, yes, but
you can't stop the monkey.
not the point. No, you cannot.
The monkey does what he wants.
Especially when he's on a roll.
Shut up.
Can't shut up. People come here for our monkey business.
Yeah, it's true. They do. They do. Oh boy. Heel Navi asks, fans love service, but sometimes it's better to leave things alone. Putting resurrections aside, you guys ever run into a returning character or plot point you prefer the author had ignored? I can't think of specifics, but I know I have.
Resurrections aside, that's an interesting take.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it, not if a character dies off and then comes back, but if a character like comes back that you never wanted to see again after their initial appearance or whatever.
For me, it's more of a thing if a series introduces a concept and the fans universally hate it.
Yeah.
The show either tries to laugh it off. Look, here's this thing we introduced. Isn't it dumb? We're laughing with you. No, don't do that. Now you're calling attention to the idea and devaluing it further. Or bringing it back to say, no, guys, look, it's really actually cool. You just haven't understood why it's cool. And no, very rarely can you salvage that. I think the only thing that really springs to mind where they kind of threaded the needle on it was with Star Wars. They introduced the midichlorians, which, long angry rant aside, it's the antithesis of the very nature of the Force. Don't at me. Or do drive up the metrics. And then in the first season of The Mandalorian, they're talking about the blood samples they took from Grogu had a high M count. And it's like, oh, they're making a reference to the midichlorians and thus valuing the blood sample, but they're not pointing out the midichlorians themselves. They're just saying it's a high value resource. Okay, I'll go with that. That's fine. You only mention it once in passing. It's something for only the super nerds to get. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll roll with it. I'm having a hard time thinking of what was it? The 80s Ninja Turtles cartoon. The kid who wanted to join the group and became like the official fifth turtle, who was supposed to be like the audience surrogate. I hated that kid and the fact that he kept showing up.
Yeah.
Remember, there was an episode where the Technodrome is falling into like the center of the earth and he's falling down the corridor into the molten lava. And I'm like, fall. Yes. And then he like catches a lever or something and is saved. It's like, burn, child. I want to see you burn. I don't like that. I'd rather see Vernon more.
Yeah, and Vernon kind of sucked. But at least he wasn't an annoying audience surrogate child.
Yes.
We don't need those. Please. Why are you putting those in there? The kids don't need those. The kids don't like those. Whatever. Here's one from Mr. Yeet123. To both of you individually, would you rather in your attic or basement find A, 1,000 living, breathing roaches, or B, a person you've never seen before?
Person. Well, with enough bug bombs, both problems are solved the same way.
I mean, yeah.
That was a little dark.
You're not wrong, though.
That was a lot of dark, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, a person maybe they're easier to get rid of.
The person, it really depends on the nature of the meeting. Like if they've got a full office space down there and they're surprised that I live upstairs, clearly there's been a lack of communication. There's some farcical fun to be had here.
Yeah.
If they're wearing the skins of that 1,000 roaches and they kind of look at me and go, "You smell like rainbows," then I would prefer the roaches, personally.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, roaches tend to multiply faster than humans.
True.
So
There's also the context of
if you find 1,000 of them and then you only return a short while later, it might be a billion of them.
also what's qualified these roaches is the 1,000 that you're seeing what's just immediately present.
Yeah.
What you immediately see is only a fraction of what the full infestation would be.
Usually,
But
yes.
it's all 1,000 right there accounted for, waiting for you. I find that kind of fascinating. Maybe they've been waiting for someone to lead them into glorious roachdom. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Instantly resupplying army, hard to kill. I could do things with that many roaches.
Maybe. I don't know. Either way. Mr. Oh, that's the one we just did. My bad. Should have marked that. Red Rebel asks, if you were to write a story centered around Proto Man reaching the end of his lifespan, how would you go about it?
I would want some kind of assurance that this was the end. You know?
Right.
And then here's Mega Man number 25. Pro Man rides again. I'm divided. On the one hand, I would like him to find peace on his own terms. That, he lived life his way, that he did good in the world, he made peace with his family, he fixed Dr. Light's speech impediment, and now his core is shutting down and he has no regrets. Nice, triumphant, low key. The alternative is Wily is doing something spectacularly evil, like well above his usual pay grade. The world is in legitimate danger, and Proto Man's got this, and he lets his core explode, and he is the decisive victor of that moment. Maybe Mega Man cleans things up at the end and defeats the final boss technically, but the day is saved by Proto Man making the ultimate sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you would have to make absolutely sure that there was no other way out. Like, if it's just he needs to have this spectacular explosion to be sad. No. If that's how Proto Man goes out, it needs to be earned. That has to be the one and only way out.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes some sense.
Ultimately, it shouldn't just be done for cheap pathos. He needs a
Mm-hmm.
legit reason to go out where you think back on it kind of fondly. It's like, yeah, he's gone, but man, did he go out in style.
He's got to go out in a blaze of glory, man. That's how he goes. That's how he go. That's how he is. That's how he be. Manuel Axelot asks, crossover between Drogoon and Guilty Gear. How does it go?
Heaven or hell, let's rock. The thing is, to make that work, I would want to understand the lore of Guilty Gear, and I already know that way lies madness.
I don't know if you can understand the lore of Guilty Gear. I don't think it's possible.
I have watched a number of videos and have come away going, ultimately, I come away jealous.
It's even more confusing than when you started.
I deeply appreciate how absolutely bonkers and unapologetically bonkers it is.
Yeah.
Like, it says, yep, this is what we're doing, and we're going to say it with full conviction, full chest, hear it in the back row. This is what the story is. And I'm like, and you have no qualms about this, no hesitation. I am so jealous of this. you are putting out a fever dream per game. And people just go, yep, that's what it is. I wish I was that unencumbered. You know what? Let's just have Wind and Soul Bad Guy go on a road trip where they beat people up and they look cool doing it. Do you really need anything else than that?
I mean, no, that's true.
I mean, maybe a subplot where Happy Chaos takes Lizzie out for some ice cream that ends up destabilizing at least 3 nations.
Is Wind desperately trying to figure out who that man is?
She's curious. Like, they keep bringing him up, but she's like, all right, we'll get to him, we get to him. And then we get to him, and he's now a podcaster. And she's like, oh. I'm going to hit him anyway.
Yeah. Guilty Gear lore is crazy, man. It's fun, though. Man, I love Guilty Gear. Anyway. Brody G asks, at the end of DC Cross Hyperlink Blocked, Lex Luthor teams up with a certain Cabeza de Huevo, who I'm sure won't end nicely. Which I'm sure won't end nicely. There we go. So what if Lex teamed up with Wily instead? How would Mega Man cross DC go?
You don't have quite the roster to fall back on necessarily.
Well, I mean, you've got a bunch of Robot Masters.
Yeah, but that isn't quite the same.
I guess.
I mean, you could maybe have it as a matter of Wily is taking on a contract job from the Legion of Doom to supply with all of his weapons of war. And for some reason, the Robot Masters are standing their ground against the Justice League. I know power scaling is a fool's errand, but that's a stretch. Something about interdimensional frequencies allows Gutsman to actually punch Superman through a wall. Sure, why not?
Yeah, all right.
And same dimensional instability allows Mega Man's copy chip to harness the power of the various superheroes, so he gets armor and powers based off of all of them. And Dr. Light outfits Roland Proto Man with similar chips on the fly because this is a very dangerous experience and everyone needs to be prepared. So you got your excuse for Wonder Woman role and Batman Proto Man. Protobat?
Protobat.
Because it can't be Batman. We already have that.
Protobat. Yep.
Not just a Superman, but a Mega Man. Mega Super Mega, whatever.
No, that's another thing.
And ultimately, you got to have the inevitable vile betrayal. Wily's contract is just an excuse to bring all of his robots into this world. And the minute he feels like he's got control, he flips the switch, and now they're taking over the Legion of Doom and the Justice League to take over the world for himself. Ha ha! You idiots thought you were the ones controlling me, but the other way around. Nee, 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 nee.
Perfect. You got it.
And Lex is just absolutely fuming. He will not be defeated by a caricature in a skullet.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Anyway, Legendary Existence 04 asks, Ian, you're super smart, right? You think you think you could help the Five Nights at Freddy's community solve the lore, please?
No.
I think that ship has sailed, from what I understand.
Like, I don't know a ton about Five Nights at Freddy's because I don't do the spooky.
Mm-hmm.
But I have glanced through the wiki here and there out of curiosity because everybody was talking about it. You couldn't escape it. It's like I might as well know a little bit about it. And I think the point where I just kind of washed my hands of it was there was some kind of lockbox in one of the games that supposedly could be unlocked, but people tore the code apart and couldn't find the key or the trigger to it. And the creator was like, "Oh, you're just not trying hard enough." And it's like, no, 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 no. If it's that obtuse, if you're leaning that hard into the RNG, not RNG, the ARG, the
ARG.
ARG, yeah. I'm not interested. That feels like it's not fun to engage with. So I don't know. And there's been many games since then.
Yeah.
So I don't know who the Purple Man is. I don't know who got eaten by what robot when. Don't really care who got bit first. I don't know. That being said, if there was a project that came along that said, "Hey, this is the reveal all approach. Here's the series guide. Make sense of it." I can be bought.
Good luck.
Do it with a smile.
Good luck. Apparently, they revealed something in the movie and it was unsatisfying, which is not too surprising. Not too surprising. Oh, well. I think anything you do is going to be unsatisfying to someone, so you might as well just not even try.
At this point, the number of theories out there, and probably viable ones, that don't all sync up is terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, back to Super Chats. This one is from OzJam. How do you feel about media, mainly adult, that overuses swearing in its dialogue, and what are some ways you deal with swears in your writing when it's necessary?
When it's there just to flaunt the fact that they have a TVMA rating or whatever, it's tiresome.
Mm.
And I feel like you can tell when they're going for the shock value of the F-bomb because nobody talks like that. When your swear words are used in particular circumstances, when it's, you're particularly exasperated or excited, or you're just so mad that you need to punch the air with words. It serves a purpose. All language serves a purpose, regardless of what the word is. And when you use it, it should be to the effect of the dialogue, to the effect of the scene. What is the character saying? I usually work in all ages stuff, and in most cases, there are substitute words that can have the same effect, or I can see where it would be punctuated with an expletive, but you don't need it. So that's my take on it. If it adds to the scene, if it really does something for the dialogue, if it creates some kind of impact, then sure, put it in there. But if you're just dropping F-bombs to show how mature you are, then that's immature in its own right.
Jen is here. She has an answer for this, I think.
So,
go for it.
Just based on what you were saying, Ian, you clearly have not taught middle school. Expletives are the words. Expletives and skibbity riz, they don't use normal words. It's that and 6-7 and bleep this, bleep that, bleep bleep bloop. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Fair point. However, middle schoolers are in that transitional period where they are learning the power of language, where they are adopting the words and finding ways to use them. They're trying them out. I remember trying out such words and the coach kind of saying, "Hey, Ian, keep it classy." And I just shut up for the rest of the day. So Jen is not wrong, but that is a process of growth there. We're talking about programming made by adults for adults, presumably.
Fair.
See, and my thing is that there's certain things that are made for adults clearly where they don't have swearing in them, and I find that a little more off-putting because I'm like, what's wrong? Why aren't you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Why aren't you saying bad words?
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
Like if you're crossing certain lines, but you're like, "Oh shoot."
Yeah.
legally ridiculous. No, if you're going to cross a line into adult content, you've crossed the line.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have made your audience do whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm like, if this is for adults, you put in a swear or two. Come on. Come on. Anyway, here's one from Brett F. The Bumble crew go to a con. Ian and Kyle are not having a good time and are accidentally rude to 3 kids in cosplay. You both feel sorry, but only Kyle hears one of them say, "Our new friends." How do you guys survive the Warners while at a con?
We don't. You can't fight the Warners and win.
No, I know. We survive them, though. You don't win. You just have to live.
Well, survive, then you go Ian. What? Kyle, I am so bleeping tired. And we just pissed off the Warner brothers.
Yeah. And the Warner sister.
Oh, and the Warner. Oh, God. Oh, where are they? And they're just like, they disappeared into the crowd. We're just like huddled together. We're like the targets in an Assassin's Creed game looking at all the NPCs. Suddenly everybody's wearing white hoods. Why is everyone wearing white hoods? Just like, gee, I've had such a hard day. I sure would love it if I could treat 3 individuals to some dessert of their choice.
Mm-hmm.
Please take the bait. Please take the bait. And if we see, that's the thing. Whenever the Warners target somebody, the target always doubles down.
Right. Yeah.
To survive, you have to admit your mistake, and being rude to young children in general, especially at a con.
Yeah.
Say, I'm so sorry. I was having a bad day. Let me make it up to you. Autograph, free biscuit, something. Unfortunately, that's not like a foolproof solution, because they're going to realize they can milk this gig real hard.
Well, yeah.
So whatever profit we made from this show is gone. They've bought all the merch. They've got all the prints. They've had a grand time at the show, and we are penniless. But we survived.
If you can't beat them, join them, you know? All right, first Swagmaster E asks, Fortune's lab crew goes to Camelot for the Holy Grail. Who's on coconut duty? How does the fight between Wind versus the Black Knight go? How does the Forever King react to one peasant's view on governance?
Lissy and Joe Boone are absolutely on coconut duty.
Yes.
Lissy because it's fun.
Uh-huh.
Joe Boone because he always gets saddled with these jobs. Doesn't understand why he agrees to this. Click, clack, click, clack, click. And Foreign doesn't understand why he has to do the pony trot to this. This is ridiculous, but
he does
the Camelotans do.
Uh-huh.
But Wynn's loving it. She's like, all right, Lissy, we're going to go galloping now. Yay, clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop.
Mm-hmm.
When she meets up with the Black Knight, she doesn't stop at the dismemberment. She turns him into a fine minced puree. She's standing over the hamburger that once was the Black Knight going, say it again. Say something else. Give me a reason. Come on. And I believe he's dead. Then it just kind of gurgles, I'm not dead yet. That's what I was referencing at the beginning of the show. We've come full circle.
We've made it.
Wow.
Wow. We're only an hour in, though. We still got another hour. So, how are we going to figure this one out?
And the peasants screaming about, swords being administered by watery damsels. A couple of marshals just come in and take him away. And the last thing you kind of hear from the distance is, see the pilots in Harrison the system! And you don't ever see him again. And everyone goes back to their lovely filth.
Who farts in whose general direction?
Let's make it the Nerman so that there's bubbles.
Okay. All right. And who's the target?
Guess it's the crew because they're the ones with the coconuts riding around.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah.
They get to the knights who say "knee." They figure out that "it" is the trigger word, and Wynn's just rapid fire. It. Wynn, stop. They've been defeated. It. I'm not done yet, Thorn. Come on. It. She wanted to go look for a shrub. It sounded nice.
Uh-huh.
Don't know why they had to be so antagonistic about it on another guy.
And there's the bunny. What is the bunny?
But now that would be a fight. Wynn would actually fight a rabbit. She may not win, but she'd fight it.
Run away.
Wynn, don't antagonize the Lagomorph. Look at the bones!
Oh, that movie is so silly. Yeah. All right. The real Seaman asks, a goofy man in a suit shows up. He asks you to make an advertisement, but he only gives you the name of the product and a bag of cash. With that in mind, how do you advertise the Super Futon Bazooka?
Well, my friend, doesn't the name just sell itself? It's the Super Futon Bazooka. Do you need a futon delivered rapidly? Maybe across the apartment, maybe across the country. With a proper angle, the Super Futon Bazooka will deliver that futon at lightning speed. It can take out birds. It can take out grandma. It can take out anything you want because it's a futon launching bazooka. Not any normal bazooka, no, friend. This is the Super Futon Bazooka.
Well, I'm sold. I'll take 20. Just don't hurt grandma. Money well spent. Frozen Apple Juice asks, and now for the finale of this bit until next year. What if the Robot Masters for Mega Man 11 had hair? What styles and colors would they be? Over $100 on hair questions. That's an expensive barber. Thank you, Frozen Apple Juice.
I do appreciate your commitment to the bit and the show.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Mega Man 11 Robot Masters. Not the ones I remember the most, aside from Blockman.
Give me a second. I'm pulling all these up. It's been a bit.
Yeah.
All right, starting off with Blockman, that is demanding a fluffy afro under that brick. He just pulls it off and magnificent.
Yeah.
Silvery. Gorgeous.
Okay.
Hughes Man, he is rocking the high twin tails and he don't care.
Good.
He unscrews the diodes and they just kind of fall out like a waterfall. Gorgeous flowing
Good.
locks.
He's gone full Hatsune Miku. Good.
Yes. Plasman kind of already has it. He almost looks like he's got Axel's hair when you get down to it.
Which one?
So, Blastman.
Blastman. Oh. Yeah. Same with Tundra Man. Tundra Man kind of has like a hair thing going on too.
Yeah. Like, and I'm even going to say he's got that big sweep in addition.
Yeah.
It's not just the ponytail.
Right.
How does he fit it under the helmet? He's a robot master. He has that kind of precision.
Don't worry about it.
Let's see. Acid Man. That translucent bit of what's it on his head
Yeah.
seems to suggest bald. But I'm going to say when he's off duty, it's a fantastic, equally green mohawk.
Just helmet just goes chunk right over it,
Yeah.
but doesn't touch it. So you don't touch the mohawk.
Torchman has a very well-maintained business cut.
Okay.
Part on the left, swoop to the right. You worry about the amount of product he puts in the hair next to those giant flaming torches on his shoulders, but he's got a helmet, so otherwise it's fine. Impact Man. We already did the jokes about it matching the helmet shape. We'll come back to Impact Man. This is a very serious question. We have to.
It is. We have to think.
very
About it.
Bounce Man. Bounce Man has legitimate clown hair. Crinkly, rainbow-colored, legit clown hair, and it's never one singular style. Every time he takes his little skin cap off, it changes shape, and you don't know why. You also don't ask why. Bounce Man has his ways. And Impact Man has that kind of Viggo Mortensen, Lord of the Rings. It doesn't matter how dirty or untouched it looks, it's still magnificent.
Okay.
It just falls the right way. When it's dirty, it clumps together in a cool way. When it's clean, it's wavy and luxurious. It's perfectly unneeded to be styled. It's just great natural hair. Mid-length. He doesn't even think about it. Pops the helmet on, takes the helmet off. He's ready to go. Just hate him for it. How long you have to work to make your hair look good. And he's just like, nah, it's fine. Whatever.
Yep.
Shoot, Mega Man. Shoot him.
Is that all of them?
That's them.
That's them. All right. Well, that's all the Mega Man Robot Masters for now. But who knows?
Unless you really want to do a deep dive and pull up the Wonder Swan game, but no, don't do that.
Those Mega Man killers. Yeah, that's true. Good point. All right. Here's a question from Frozen Apple Juice. Oh, nope, we just did that one. I'm sorry. I gotta remember to mark these. All right, this one's from Butter Noodles. Wind gets to borrow one power from Marvel, a symbiote, becoming a Ghost Rider, or wielding Mjolnir, assuming the worthiness enchantment is gone somehow. Which would she choose and why?
Okay, she's not going to pick up Mjolnir because of that crack you made about worthiness. She's worthy.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't need to be judged by a hammer. What, she doesn't have to
Stupid
ask the opinion of a screwdriver next? Nah, she ain't going to pick that up. You pick it up.
Stupid hammer.
I think we already established she would try to eat the symbiote, or the symbiote would be like, "Oh, lady, you're crazy."
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did.
Yeah. But Spirit of Vengeance, she gets a sick ride and her head's on fire on purpose without any kind of damage to her. Oh, yeah. Bludgeoning people with chains and other blunt objects, looking them directly in the soul and making them feel bad for all the bad things they did. Oh, where did she sign?
Yeah. Lissy got the symbiote.
There we go.
Yeah. The symbiote, not the symbiote. This is not the original cut of the Venom movie. Gotta say it correctly.
I am saying it correctly.
No, they said symbiote originally, I think, not symbiote. I don't remember.
I'm saying biote. I'm saying symbiote, and you can't stop me.
Okay, I was trying to remember what the Venom movie said originally. I think they said symbiote.
Oh, don't worry about it. Nothing about that movie was memorable to begin with.
The first Venom movie was okay. The others,
wind.
The rest of the Sony Marvel movies, nah, we don't need those. But the first Venom one was okay. Anyway, super chat from Hero Squad. Wario and Waluigi in Die Hard. How does it go?
No, I have a machine gun.
The question is
God, it's them.
Is Wario and Waluigi both playing the role of John McClane, or is one John McClane and the other one the villain?
Technically, they're both John McClane because they both showed up to crash the Christmas party.
Okay.
They wanted to steal the Secret Santa stuff. They wanted the free buffet. And then the terrorists attack and ruined their fun. So they're going to make their own fun.
Yeah, because I don't think either one of them could pull off a Hans Gruber.
No, not quite.
Although, I'm being brought up in the chat here that Waluigi is Jeremy Irons from Die Hard 3. That I could see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. But in the first movie, nah.
Die Hard 3 is basically a WarioWare game when you get down to it.
Essentially, yes.
Wear the placard. Solve the riddle.
Yeah. Oh, man.
In which case, Waluigi takes Samuel L. Jackson's role, and he's just so tired of this nonsense.
Yeah.
He wants to come home. They have a tennis match to play. Come on, man. Who cares about the cats and St. Ives?
Don't wear the placard. Please don't wear the placard. Oh, man. Don't wear that
You
sign.
have a great crossover potential. Mr. Dream from Punch-Out shows up to question the placard.
Oh, boy. Terrible. Don't wear that. All right. Here's one from Shonen Boys. Castle in the Sky had such a great example of Frutiger Arrow, an aesthetic about the theme of harmony between technology and nature. So which pieces of media do you feel executed this aesthetic well? I mean, Windows XP basically kind of invented it. So... Are you familiar with this concept, Ian? Frutiger Arrow.
Passingly.
It's basically like the look of things from the early 2000s. Like think Windows XP, like the Bliss wallpaper and sort of the like how the Windows taskbar and start menu had this kind of gradient look, and like Mac OS had the round bubbly buttons, stuff like that. It's kind of like a lot of underwater iconography and green and blue.
Okay, so I'm taking the merger of nature and technology to literally. This is more naturalistic design.
I suppose, yeah. It's very much like the early 2000s aesthetic.
See, I wouldn't immediately equate that to Castle in the Sky, but maybe I'm overthinking the question here.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of stuff in that era.
It's a lot of Winamp skins.
They could never align properly for me. It drove me crazy.
No, I know. It was a pain. They weren't that great. I always stuck with the stock theme.
I just want the Gundam wing skin to sync up right.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank. I can't immediately think of any media that to me was a nice merger of those two.
Yeah, there's a few.
I'm going to think of it later, but and I keep coming back to, well, Castle in the Sky did it well. It's like, that's what they said. That's the entire.
It's also like think of like the clean aesthetic, like of the Wii menu and stuff like that. That was also kind of part of it.
See, I would make a clear division between those because I feel like the Wii's menu was very sterile.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what it is. It's sort of I don't want to say sterile. It's like very rounded corners and sort of a bubbly look.
Yeah, but even still, like Windows XP and Mac OS of the time, to me, felt more inviting, a little more colorful. Whereas the Wii menu was still rounded, sure, but it was like so bland.
Well, I
I
mean,
feel like it's the tail end of that era.
the Wii menu had like the blue buttons. The buttons would like turn blue when you hovered over them or whatever, and they were very rounded and had that aqua watery aesthetic to them. It's there. It's less. It's more subtle than others, but
having one color does not make you colorful.
Personally, I think the worst part of things from that era are the ones that are covered in that rubberized coating that's now deteriorating and turning into just oily mush. That's absolutely disgusting. I'm glad we have gone beyond that and don't do that anymore for the most part. Ugh. Yeah. Hate that. Here's one from Sonic the Hedgehog. Are you paperback girlies or hardcover girlies? Or are you perhaps ebook or audiobook girlies?
I'm fine with paperback or hardback.
Yeah.
My paperbacks tend to get torn up with a lot of usage. I like the stability of a hardback, but hardbacks are also generally larger and harder to store as many of at any given time.
Looking at my bookshelf, most of mine ended up being paperback, so I guess paperbacks. But I have no real preference, I guess. I don't know.
Ebook, I can't read a screen for too long. It tires my eyes out, gives me a headache.
Mm-hmm.
And audiobook, I haven't really gone through any, largely because I don't have enough time to invest in that. And for me, it's very hard for me to just sit and listen to something. I need to be doing something else.
I think that's the whole idea of an audiobook, but when you're doing something else, you're usually writing and having to use your brain for creative thinking. You're not like doing an activity, turning your brain off or zoning out listening to something while also physically doing something else. So
like if I was on a long drive maybe, but
right. Yep. I know what you mean. I mean, my bookshelf's mostly paperbacks, and my comics are all individual floppies. So I guess paperbacks. I don't really have a preference though. It's just kind of how it ended up for me. Usually paperbacks are cheaper. So Jordan A asks, Ian, you're hired to write on the Crash Bandicoot series. How much research would this take, and would you write the characters any differently?
I definitely would take a bit of research. I feel like I did a bit of a dive not too long ago out of curiosity. Maybe it was when Crash 4 came out.
Okay.
I was like, what's going on with it? And jumped down that rabbit hole. I at least have an appreciation of it. Characterize them any differently? No, because you're reading a Crash Bandicoot comic. You want Crash Bandicoot. You want the characters you recognize and enjoy. How I write them would be certainly through the lens of my interpretation of them. Somebody else might render it differently, but I would try to stay true to the tone and the voice of each of the characters.
I don't know. I don't know if this is exactly what Jordan's referring to, but I mean, there's the different Tanas, so maybe that.
Yeah,
I think is that like due to a legal thing? Like the original design of Tana is not allowed, so they had to come up with a new version of her or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but
not that I've heard of. And the original design was used in the remakes.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
And I think the current Tana is a alternate reality thing.
Yes,
So you
yes.
can have the two of them at the same time.
Yeah. I thought there was something weird about that, though. Like, I don't know.
There may be.
Like,
But
it's like they could re-release the original games fine, but they couldn't do something new with that version of her or something. I don't know.
well, in that case, that wouldn't necessarily be on me to research. That would be up to the licensor to
Right.
provide guidance to say, here's what you can use, here what you can't use. So if it was a matter of you can't use original Tana for whatever reason, and I tried that in a script and they were like, yeah, it's approved, and then it's rejected later, that's their fault.
Yeah.
In this hypothetical scenario that I'm building a very large straw man out of all of a sudden.
No, I'm just thinking here. I'm thinking out loud, but I don't know. I'm being told I was thinking of Miss Pac-Man. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think I can tell the difference between Miss Pac-Man and Tana Bandicoot, but I don't
They
know.
look
Maybe
so
not.
similar. They come from the same developers and have such similar plays.
I may be thinking of something else and transposing it onto Crash or something. I don't know.
That's your workaround. You just put a barebow on her, call her Miss Tana. There you go.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Charming Magician asks, Superman and Shantae crossover. How'd it go? I think it'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, Shantae's got to do a dance and turn into Super Shantae. That's kind of a given.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which of Superman's rogues gallery would team up with Risky.
Mick Spitalix.
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, you're right.
Interdimensional shenanigans. Superman is not immune to magic.
Right.
Set up a scenario where Superman is in a territory that is quite hostile to him, because I'm imagining most of the stuff in Shantae's world is at least magically inclined.
Right, yes. Yep, you're right.
You have these goofy little squishy octopi that are actually giving him trouble, and he's not quite sure how to deal with that.
Okay. Yeah, okay, this makes sense, because I was thinking, like, why would Risky team up with Lex? It's like, that doesn't really make much sense, but Mixospitalik, yeah, and that makes a little more sense.
I mean, with Lex, she would just be waiting to rob him blind the minute his back is turned.
Well, yeah.
Mixie's going to promise her, like, the treasure of the cosmos, and she'll go, yeah, absolutely. I'm totally going to steal it in the end anyway. She gets played and she gets pissed, so she gets even.
It just has to say Stube Yixer. All right, here's one from Sonic. Got milk?
Yes, actually.
Not actual cow milk right now, no. Coconut milk, yes. I think we're out of cow milk, though. All right, back to Super Chats for a hot second. This one's from Allison S. What are the wedding customs in the realms? This is not actually a shipping question, but a two-part one about crashing a wedding. Thanks.
Okay. Depends on the realm. And I actually have some of that written up, and now I'm going to wonder if I'm going to get this right by my own standards.
Yeah, you better check. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself on your own Dragoon lore.
There's like 6 big documents I would have to open up and peruse through, and no, we can't do that. But how can I generalize this as much as possible? Across most of the species, it is generally monogamous, and there is usually some custom of an exchange that is symbolic. to show the union, and there are greater depths and meaning and minutia between each one. But if we're gonna like boil it down to the absolute bare bones, because we're a live show, that's about it. Not too terribly different than what we experience in Western culture, I suppose. But it also depends on your social status within the realms, because if you're just two commoners in Ajeheim, that's not as big a deal as if you're two royals, because that's a big political thing. It's not just a simple merger of two families. Humaheim, you got to take your whole social credit into a consideration, and you can't. It's really risky to marry above or below your bracket. Maybe it would be better if you pick a realm and ask which party you want to crash. Maybe I can be more specific there. And don't say Drofheim, because the Drof are like, this is silly, but hey, it's a party, so sure. And they kind of go with whoever's custom they're marrying into. Or if it's just Drof and Drof, they're like, hey, why not? And they just pick whichever one they like the best.
All right. That all you got for that one for now?
I for the sake of everyone who isn't avidly wanting to learn more Drogon lore, yes.
Oh, there's a few of them out there.
I know, and I hate to leave you unsatisfied, but for the sake of the show and this particular question,
yeah,
we'll leave it at that.
Alrighty. Question from Sonic 2099. Rise of TMNT Leo switches places with 2003 Leo. How does it go, and why does no one want Rise Leo?
Rise Leo comes on strong, okay?
Yeah, he really does.
He's got a bit of a swagger. He's got a bit of a mouth. He's got a bit of an attitude. And the thing is, he can back it up, and that's obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
So, the 2003 Turtles might actually find him kind of funny initially. You know, he's much more laid back than their Leo. Can have some fun, but then the fun starts coming at their expense, and they get real tired of it real fast. 2003 Leo into Rise, they're gonna wonder why he's such a nerd. Like, not even like Donnie levels of nerd. This is different nerd. Why are you that kind of nerd? Why are you all so serious? And why are you like vying for Raph's position as leader? He's big. That makes him leader. You're not that big. But 2003 Leo would eventually win them over because he's like the stable, sane one amongst them, and would lead them to fortuitous victory. They'd get along eventually, but they would be happy to have their originals back in the end, because this is what they grew up with. It's their brother that they knew, and they will eventually admit to that they love, and they are happy to have them back until their old idiosyncrasy is starting to get on their nerves. And it's like, can we trade them back again? Can we have a trade system? You know, you take them every other Saturday or something.
There we go. All right. Hobo Joe has a question. I'm curious how both of you feel about Star Fox doing the Corneria Wars for the 5th time. You talked a bit about it, but you think they don't know what new to do with Fox? Or try the hits and hope?
Here's what's so frustrating about it is that we've had perfectly fine stories already.
Yeah.
Like the Aperoids, they're a soulless invading bug force and you shoot them lots. That's fine. Go planet to planet. Here's the greatest hits. Here's the supporting cast. Here's new characters that we care about because the space bugs are going to eat them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Anglar at a command, you know, here's another invading force from Venom. So you have that old shtick, but they're like the legacy of Andros. Okay. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You defeat them by making Venom an actual paradise. You fix the planet and kind of wipe out an entire ecosystem and a sentient species. That's a bit dark, but whatever.
Don't think about it so hard. You got a whole dinosaur planet. Like,
yeah. The point is, the Anglar were a perfectly serviceable invading space villain with a couple of marquee villains that you could shoot down, and they're like, haha, I got you. And it's fine. It's the format that's been kind of the problem with folks, because it's not just a simple fly, shoot, win. It's navigate the touch screen or do this gimmick, or now you have to play Landmaster because we didn't want to make another quarter. No, just make the fly and the shoot. The story itself doesn't need to be particularly deep. 64 proved that.
yeah.
64 is beautiful in its brevity. We get to know the characters immediately, and they are shallow as a puddle, and that's fine because that's all they need to be, because we're going to shoot them down and move on.
Pretty much.
We already have some kind of concept of intersolar travel, because Papatoon isn't in the Lilat system as far as we know. So, okay, another star system decides that they want to invade the Lilat system for real estate. I don't know, whatever stupid reason. Just have the animal people in the cool jets shoot down other stuff in space.
This is a bunch of furries who can travel intergalactic space. There's literally limitless possibilities. I don't know why they're retreading the same ground so many times.
I mean, there was a rumor way back saying that there was going to be a crossover with the Metroid series, and people are going, that thematically doesn't make sense. And it's like, I mean, sure, Metroid is darker in tone, but
yeah,
you can still have it work. The space pirates invade the Lilat system. And depending on which route you take, Samus joins in the gunship and helps shoot things down. You unlock Samus and do a separate run in the gunship. That'd be cool. That'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't know why it has to be so complicated or uncomplicated. I don't know which it is.
I mean, look at bloody Starlink. Fox is just there. Hey, I showed up in your system. I'm going to shoot the bad aliens with you.
I'm going to help you out. Yeah, like, that's all you need. It's not that hard. It shouldn't be.
Like, what stood out with Star Fox 64 was that the characters were simple, easy to access, and so were the relationships.
Right.
You know, you understood that Kat and Falco had this thing going on within one stage that lasted maybe 3 minutes.
I mean, I think you get that even between the four of the characters in the original Star Fox, just
right
with text, not even voices or anything with that. You still got some dialogue between them and understanding the characters and how they interact with each other and stuff. Sure, it was not deep in the slightest, but it was still there.
And it leaves room to extrapolate on, for you to build on and have your own ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And because 64 was so arcadey, you had these individual scenes and interactions hammered home over and over again as you redid each run. You know, you can get through a run of Star Fox 64 in what, an hour? If I'm being really generous here. You see these scenes, you see these character interactions over and over and over again, and you find the nuance. And it's not, again, complex, but it's satisfying. So that's all you really need for the next step in Star Fox. Have these punchy individuals. This is what was the problem with Assault, is they had these long, big articulate scenes and mission briefings between stages that nobody remembers.
Yeah.
Because they didn't say anything. They were overblown. They were overdrawn. That's what I'm worried about with the Switch version. Is talking about all these things and getting into the deep lore when it interrupts the flow of the game, which is an arcade.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Arcade games don't need lengthy cutscenes. You know, make it an unlockable thing. You know, you play through the stage, and if you get the medal on Corneria, you unlock a bonus scene where Slippy explains what Corneria's geological formation history is. I would eat that up. But the game comes first. You go through that and you're fine. So a legitimate Star Fox 64 2, or whatever we want to call it. Bad thing comes to the Lilat system. Star Fox is cool and shoots it. That's all you need. Each planet has a guest character who has a meaningful conversation with one of the crew. That happens once or twice in the level, and you're done. That's all you need. You just need that fun arcade experience. You fly fast, you shoot a lot, it sounds good, it looks good, it's fun to play. And you do it over and over again because it's so satisfying. And the story is simple, so it doesn't get in the way or distract, but it does entertain. It isn't that hard.
Oh, Nintendo.
Let me back that up just a little bit. It is a bit presumptuous to say it's not that hard because game development is hard.
Right.
Developing 15 something arcade corridors with branching objectives is difficult to make it fresh every single time. I'm not saying that's not difficult. The core premise, that foundation though, what made 64 what everyone keeps coming back to, is what I'm describing. Follow that route. It doesn't need a gimmick. It doesn't need extra modes, or the extra modes don't need to be part of the principal gameplay. Just, I'm sorry, this is a live show and I'm going on another soapbox tangent about bloody Star Fox.
I mean, I agree with you, but I also do think they could flesh things out a bit. I mean, I don't really see a problem with doing that necessarily, but there's got to be a certain balance. And I don't know if they're hitting that with this remake. I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll be wrong and it'll be really good. It'll be the best Star Fox ever. We'll eat our words, but we'll see. Anyway, this one's from Nova. Hi, bosses. This is not a question. It's a dare. Please show Ian the 4 Galarian fossil Pokemon, please. This is what I just linked you on the DM.
Okay, they were from Galar. God, it's been so long. Yes, I do know about those, and the primary gimmick I like. You take 2 halves of a fossil Pokemon and you combine them, and it turns out some kind of horrible hybrid mishmash thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's alluding to early paleontology where bones of various species were kind of just cobbled together to make whatever before it became a serious discipline and you figured out what belonged to what species. So in that regard, it's a neat nod to the history of paleontology, and it's kind of fun to see these derptastic abominations. That's fine.
Yeah.
What bugs me about them is you can't do it properly. There is no correct answer. You can't experiment with it and say, haha, I got this weird critter over here with a weird typing, but it's still viable in the meta because whatever. That's neat. But you can't make the legitimate one. You can't learn from the mistake. You can't see what the actual Pokesaurus was supposed to be, and that bugs the crap out of me.
Oh, man. All right. Let's do some more standards for a little bit. Anime Hunter 23 asks, a pancake fight is in progress on the Fortune's Lap. How did it start? Who's trying to end it? And who's just having fun? What's a pancake fight?
Well, you would throw pancakes instead of pillows.
Oh, okay. That tracks then. That's fine.
I'm inclined to say Win started it because, I mean, come on. Maybe Foreign said something when he shouldn't have. He knew better. He knew he was instigating. But, you know, it's still his fault, especially since he knows how Win responds. It's probably one of the two of them. Or the two of them were on edge and Jobin came in and didn't realize what was going on and said something innocuous that set them both off. So it's technically Jobin's fault, whatever. Point is, it's not Lissy's fault, and not because she's the precious, perfect Seminole. It's because she would never waste a pancake. She is so upset that these delicious, perfect, fluffy pancakes are being thrown all over the place. That one's on the floor. That one's on the ceiling. That one's on Jobin. You can't eat it now. Stop wasting the pancakes.
Man. Don't waste them.
She's running around trying to fight them out of the air mid-flight. Stop it. Stop it. I want the pancakes.
Oh man, my pancakes. All right, here's one from Dustin P. Ian, you've written some prose in your time, but have you ever considered writing a full-length novel, either an original novel or for a franchise you've worked on?
Yes. I have dabbled here and there, tried to get a few started, and it's hard. It's all that's it.
Yeah.
Partly because switching from prose to manuscript style and back takes a conscious effort on my part. Like, I wrote manuscript for so long that when I went back to prose, just out of the blue, it's like, just sit down and write something. It's like, how do I make word on page? Because the mentality is completely different. The way you describe things, the flow of the information upon the page is completely different, and it threw me for a loop. So part of the reason I've been doing so many short stories is kind of to get back into that groove, and because they are a smaller concept, they're more chapter like, which is more like the serialized comics or done in one graphic novels that I'm more used to. I guess that's just where my brain has been wired to think of, in these smaller contained stories. A novel is a much bigger enterprise,
Yeah.
and it would be neat to do. I certainly have ideas to do it, but it would take a lot of plotting out and sitting down and getting done. And right now I have enough on my plate with regular Drogoon, with the compendium, which is, no, it's not really a novel. It's more of a guide. It's a completely different discipline.
Yeah.
And then the collection of short stories, which is slowly but surely coming together. That's plenty in addition to my regular work. Once some of that's wrapped up, then maybe I'll work on that one particular Drogon novel, because I know where that's supposed to go. But only if I had enough time, man.
Eventually, you'll
Holy-
get there. You'll get there. You'll get there. All right, we got a question from Ice Cream Fork. Oh, this is a repeat, actually, but that's okay.
Oh.
Have you seen the web series Pac-Man Snack Breaks? If so, any thoughts? What other games would you like to see get this treatment? This has come up. This has come up twice, and we have not seen it. But the fact that this has come up twice seems to indicate that maybe it's actually pretty good. So
yeah. I'm assuming these are like little YouTube short, Instagram reel things, like maybe a minute.
I don't know.
Type of
Let
thing.
me see. Let me see here. Let's see how long it is. Oh, and the first one. Let me open it up and see real quick. Let's see. Okay, it's about 3 minutes.
Oh, it's longer than I would have expected.
So it's a little longer than normal, but all right, 3 minutes ain't too bad. I'll check it out. Not right now, but
I mean, that's an appreciable length. You can do a lot in 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. You can do a lot in 1 minute with animation.
Yeah.
Seen it all the time on YouTube.
Any series, really. Something that is with a easily accessible premise and prominent enough characters, or iconic enough characters, I guess.
Right.
You could do that. I mean, that would be a shoe-in for Sonic. You could do a Mario thing, Star Fox.
Mega Man, I think, would work for that.
Mega Man. Yeah, easy peasy. That's like a Robot Master per episode. Are you kidding me?
Pretty much, yeah. That'd be great.
Keep it continuity light, something that's just character driven and fun. Anything, really. Crash Bandicoot. I mean, shoot. Shovel Knight. Name a mascot game.
Shovel Knight would be fantastic. Oh, man, I would love that. I would love that. Shantae. Some good stuff. Good stuff.
Especially the series that are a little generally lighter on story, so you have more room to just do fun, goofy stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Kirby. Oh my God.
Oh, there's so much you could do with Kirby. Yeah.
Rayman.
I think Pac-Man's a good choice for this, though. I do love me some Pac-Man, so I will have to check this out. I mean, super short. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. All right, back over to Super Chats. We'll try to finish these off before we head on out of here. This one's from the Mighty Gebra. In DC lore, there's only one dark side in the DC multi/omniverse. If general info is preserved in DC, you know what? DC cross, you know what? What are the implications?
I don't know. That's up for DC editorial to figure out.
You decide.
I played with the toys in a particular way. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Any greater, grander lore implications, that ain't my bag.
If they want to reference events,
My bag. I can be paid to hold that bag, but
you can be left holding the bag today.
you want Ian to be your scapegoat? Call 1-800 Futon Bazooka today.
All right, and a question from Geo Knuckles. Digimon Beat Break introduces Monarch Lizamon, and Scourge Check out the designs. Monarch Lizamon sounds like Godzilla.
Yeah, and you know what?
But I don't know if it looks like Godzilla. I haven't gotten that far yet.
With a little bit of a nudge in certain directions, I could see it being part of the kaiju lineup.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that can work. Monarch Lizamon.
I dig the cyborg dinosaur.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like him.
Bladed pincher arm cannon thing, but also the snarly dinosaur face. I'm on board. I dig this one.
I like that one more than the Arma Lizamon that we had a little bit ago that also came up when I searched for this. That one was too spiky. This one I think is more sleek and cool. But it also has spikes, but you know what I mean.
As for Scourge something, this is a GoBot.
Scourge Shropmon.
This is a GoBot, and I say that as someone who actually enjoyed GoBots, and I don't know.
Okay.
Like I know Digimon's all over the place, but
it's literally just a jet bug.
I think it's a bat.
Or a bat. Okay, I see. Yeah, okay, it's more bat-like. Yeah.
Kind of looks like it has feet thrusters that go in the opposite direction of its wing thrusters, so
it's a little awkward.
Unless they pivot. Maybe they pivot so it goes very fast and then they pivot the other way and it can hover.
Or maybe that's like what it shoots from.
Maybe
that's like its guns or where it's missile launchers. I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool, but it's I don't know. I mean, I don't know what a Digimon is supposed to look like, but that's not my first thought.
I wouldn't immediately peg this as Digimon. I would peg this as part of another franchise, a cool franchise.
Oh yeah,
one that we invested in. Like if we have an entire series of cool animal-based jet planes, hey, sure,
I'm down. I'm super down. I'm always down.
Now, I'm not a Digi fan, so maybe this is Pearls Before Swine, or Pearlmon Before Swinemon, but. Cool design, wouldn't immediately peg it as a Digimon.
All right, Mr. Krabs 459 has a question. Wario's isekai adventures continue as Wario is teleported to the Chimera Antark of Hunter x Hunter. How does that go for Wario? Chimera.
I know nothing about Hunter by Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter, Hunter by Hunter, Hunter. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know. I'm sorry. We're terrible.
Like I can't even riff on it. I do not know.
I'm gonna look up Chimera Antark. That sounds weird. Is this like like Antarctica? Let me look it up. Chimera Ant arc.
Chimera Ant arc. Chimera Ant story arc.
Oh, Chimera Ant. Okay, I thought it was like a ship or something, or like a boat or a spaceship, like an ark. Hmm. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this. Sorry, Mr. Krabs. We are
Apparently
disappointed.
it's about space ants eating people, and the main cast has to fight them, I suppose.
Apparently the X is silent, so it is just supposed to be Hunter x Hunter. Like Spy Family.
Call it Hunter. I don't know. Hail Mary pass here. They're like, oh no, the ants are eating people, so Wario eats the ants.
Well, I mean,
it's not a good answer, but it's all I got. Sorry.
Well, we never guaranteed the quality of our answers. We'd answer your questions. We just didn't say they'd be good answers. And here's our last super chat on this episode. It's going to be from Bladed Fox 14. What do you think of Dr. Cossack, since you didn't really get the chance to use him that much?
I think he's a fascinating third option.
Yeah.
Out of them all.
Yeah, he has potential. They didn't really use it, but he had potential.
Like, to me, and maybe this is a bit reading too much into what little material is there, but to me, it struck me as the pragmatist between the two extremes. Dr. Light being the absolute beacon of optimism and hope for the future, and Wily being the incredibly selfish, dangerous side. And Cossack is, let's just make functioning robots. Why you guys got to be weird? Like, he sees the value of robot masters and advanced robotics, but he doesn't need to make a big show out of it all. Like, I imagine the Cossack catcher and any of the boss robots he's in, or shoot, any of the castle, isn't really his design. It's Wily going, you know what would be very cool here? Yet, what would be very cool here, Dr. Wily? Oh, a bunch of spikes. I will put spikes in the castle. I push boy. And when Mega Man shows up, you will attack him in a giant robot. No. 9. It will be a giant catching claw. Cannot be serious. I'm so serious.
Super serious.
Don't you mean mega serious? Never mega anything.
Never.
So I imagine him like the straight man between these two goofballs.
Yeah.
And he's also a doting father. So he's got a very stern exterior, but he's got a warm heart. And I think the implication that he does genuinely care about his creations. Maybe not to the same familial level that Dr. Light does, but he does more than just he takes pride in his work. Like, he made these thinking machines. He doesn't want to abuse that power. So I just see him as a bit rough on first meeting. He's very reserved, but he is a good guy when you get down to it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we got a few minutes left here, so let's do some standard questions to close us out.
Yeah.
Meme Boy 69 asks, whilst I did start this with the latest game, I feel like it's best to do the rest chronologically. So in an alternate universe where it was Wario and Waluigi, how would Superstar Saga go? I am woefully unfamiliar with the Mario and Luigi games.
Let's see, Superstar Saga. The first one was when it was in Bean Kingdom, wasn't it? With Cackletta?
I'm being told yes, that is the case.
Okay. In such case, they are off to Bean Kingdom to see just how easy it is to rob the place blind. And they get mistaken for Wario and Luigi by the locals, the famous Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, we can take advantage of this. And so it's basically the same story beats with them fighting Kakleka, but it's Kakleta. That's hard to say.
Mhm.
And, just absolutely dunking on Fawful.
Fawful,
These
yeah,
guys are,
Fawful. I know some of these character names.
but it's all for their personal gain. Like they just keep kind of accidentally being the heroes as the story goes on.
Mhm.
Any good they do is for their own selfish desire to proceed further.
And then there's coin exchange rates. That's a problem. Wario's not
Also,
gonna like that.
when they get their elemental powers, I imagine the voice line would be terrifying. Fire.
Discord's eating that. They doesn't like that at all.
Oh, that's the only Superstar game I played and never to completion. I always get to about the same point and it kind of wears me out.
Mm.
I don't know the rest of the series to really riff on, but if it's Wario and Waluigi,
Mm-hmm.
I would stick to the same game plan. Is they look to make a big score, they become the accidental heroes, and by the end of it, maybe they get a reward, but it's not what they wanted.
Yeah. They get their comeuppance in the end.
And now I got the battle theme in my head. That's a good battle track.
I mean, yeah, it is. I know that much. I'm more of a Mario platformer guy, though, so my RPG knowledge is pretty limited when it comes to Mario stuff. All right, Santiago C asks, "Hi guys, what are your thoughts on the jointed cartoon eyes or mono eyes? And what do you think when companies decide to add flesh between those eyeballs? I'm looking at you, Diddy and Marsupilami, and a certain blue creature with the movies."
I mean, I understand the difficulty of making it work in 3 dimensions or to be more animated and expressive when it's just a singular sprite.
Right.
It's way easier to get away with.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the movie Cars pretty much did it with every character, more or less, because everyone had windshields for faces. So it's doable. It's just a little more challenging.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cars is a bit more abstract because it's not like, anthropomorphized animals usually have a bit more human-like characteristics. Cars are still cars. They just have eyes and mouths. So I don't know, but I know what you mean.
I'm not super opposed to it so long as the character is still recognizable. Like if you can find a way to make the eye separation not throw off the entire face construction, then sure, if that's easier for the animators or whatever. But if you just do it because it's hard and then the character looks funny for it, then no, try harder.
So I did not know there was a Marsupilami movie from last year.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Looking at this, it's all in French, which I guess makes sense. It's
it's
Marsupilami. But I did not realize that. That's what they're referring to when they're saying the separated eyes, because, yeah, the eyes are definitely more separated there for... It's a little bit more like how Sonic's eyes got separated for the movie design, and for...
Well, there I think is a good example
like
of doing it right and doing it wrong, because the original design that everybody clowns on, one of the signature reasons I feel like isn't highlighted is the eyes are too small. They are made like eyes that would be within that particular animal if it was that shape.
Yeah.
And that's what throws off, because that's not the character. The final version, they're big glossy eyes. They're big plastic things. They're huge. They're emotive. And that's what's indicative of the character. So that small separation between them isn't that big of a deal anymore, because you still have what's recognizable about the face construction.
looking at the Marsupilami movie, as far as I can tell, this design has kind of that issue where the eyes are little beady things. And they don't look right to me, but I don't know. It's definitely a weird design. I'm not so sure about that.
I'm looking at it now, and yeah, they did the exact same thing that
Yeah.
the original Sonic movie almost did wrong. Is they tried to make it a realistic critter.
More animalistic, yeah.
If you tried to take this very cartoon thing and make it make sense in real world terms, it doesn't work because it's a cartoon character.
Yeah.
That's what it was designed to be. That's why, or one of the many reasons why Who Framed Roger Rabbit works so well, is it is a cartoon.
Right.
Roger doesn't look like any real life rabbit by any stretch, not even the ears.
No, you're right.
But you understand the shorthands for what a cartoon rabbit looks like and the embrace that he is a toon. They don't try to downplay it. They don't try to make it more accessible or more realistic. He's a cartoon. These are cartoon characters. Marsupilami is an extremely Disney-esque cartoon character. Trying to dial that back denies what the character is.
I don't think it looks...
Series has done that recently.
I don't think it looks like... I don't think it looks awful and terrifying necessarily, but it doesn't look great. I don't like it.
It's the wrong head shape. It's the wrong face shape. The ears aren't...
Yeah, it's not right. It's not right. At least he's got that huge nose. That's at least there, but I don't know. It's all weird. It's weird. Anyway, here's one from Explosive Heads. Which is your favorite and least favorite protein source? Fish, avians, bovids, pig, and arthropods, or mushroom beings? Let's see.
I have a particular affinity for beef.
So bovine?
But more or less, if it used to breathe and make a noise, it's probably delicious grilled.
Yeah, probably. Although mushrooms don't breathe or make much noise, and they're still pretty tasty. I like
they
them
breathe,
anyway.
And you can find ways to understand the noises they make. That's more
I mean,
science.
It's a good point. I have not eaten arthropods, really. Although, I guess if you count like crab or crustacean, okay, I've had that. Then yeah, okay.
I did have
not had actual bugs. I've never eaten actual bugs. I don't think not directly. Yeah, not actual insects. You know, shrimp is not an insect.
Technically,
I
did have some like crackers or chips or something that was made out of, I think it was cricket flour.
Okay.
And it wasn't really my thing. It was very earthy tasting.
Usually when you find crickets in your flour, you're supposed to throw that out.
And like I've heard of that in general, it just gives it a kind of weighty, earthy taste. And it's like, that isn't inherently a put off. It's just, it needs to be seasoned right. It needs to be made right.
Yeah.
Aaliyah's telling me they were rosemary flavored. Maybe that's why I didn't like them. Not a huge fan of rosemary.
I think I'm with you. I think I'm more a fan of bovines and then the pigs. And I honestly, like, make the shrimp make my throat itch. So arthropods are probably the least ones. I don't know if I'm truly allergic to shrimp or if it's just a weird reaction.
It's a mild allergy, but that's an allergy. You shouldn't push that.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
yeah, shrimp is good. It's a good rainbow trout. My goodness. Not a steelhead trout, not a river trout. Rainbow trout specifically.
Mm-hmm. I like salmon. Again, same issue though. Makes my throat itch mildly. Oh well. Do we want to call it there? Or we want to do one more.
Let's do one more. I feel bad for ranting angrily about Star Fox for too long again.
Hey, that's one of our best performing episodes in recent times. You should do that more often. Anyway, to close us out, this one we got from GameTune605. How would a Mega Man game written by Ian Flynn entitled Mega Man and Quake Woman go? Set between Mega Man 5 and 6.
Ooh, okay.
Let's see.
Between five-
I'm seeing, like, is this story template too much of a fan idea?
Not necessarily.
Let's see. It's a Light family, Lilinde family, the Cossacks, and agents taking down Lightly. Taking down Wily. Now that's more fan idea.
Yeah, now that's your own fanfic premise, which by all means, go nuts with it. But if we're talking just a premise of kind of like a Mega Man and base, but it happens between 5 and 6, and it's Mega Man and Quake Woman. Shoot. 5 was Dark Man, 6 was that the tournament?
6 was the tournament, yeah.
Okay. So I would say follow the template of Mega Man and base and introduce a one-off villain. Maybe Lilinde has expanded her roster of robots, and one of the administrative Lilinde robot masters goes AWOL and takes the rest of the roster with it. And Quake Woman is invested because that's her family. Vesper Woman and all the other robot masters are considered family. She wants to understand why they went bonkers and bring them home. And Mega Man is involved because, crazy robots doing crazy things. It's what he do.
Yep.
And he's invested because, Quake Woman is a friend and Lilinde is a family friend, and he wants to, spare them the hardship of whatever's going on. And ultimately it's Wily being a jerk again. You know how this goes.
Of course.
But maybe find some kind of twist to it where admin woman, whatever, is through her rationalization was like, maybe this Wily guy has an idea, or maybe this bit of technology that he has would benefit GeoWorks, but Dr. Lilinde won't talk to him. So clearly the logical course of action is to pursue all options. Oops, I've been reprogrammed, blah, blah, blah. And you got your 8 stages you go through. You fight the robot masters, you save them, you bring them home. Wily is foiled. He decides he's out of resources, so maybe he'll just steal them from the tournament that's coming up. Ha ha ha, what a plan.
Got him.
And the real question, I guess, from there would be, what would Quake Woman's play style be? Because she's not really a ranged fighter. She's not really meant to be a fighter to begin with.
I mean, what's Crash Man
do? He does have the crash bombs, but Quake Woman's feet were supposed to be extra padded for seismic analysis and dampening.
Right, okay.
She was supposed to be a seismic surveying robot first and foremost. So, maybe the Quake drill is meant for novel level exploration. Maybe she can drill down through and up terrain to reach avenues that Mega Man normally can't. Find alternate routes that way.
What is this, Mr. Driller?
Mrs. Driller, thank you very much.
Yes. But still. Did you know that's a Dig Dug spinoff? I didn't for a long time.
That makes enough sense.
It does, yes, but I didn't realize that. Anyway, that's enough BumbleKast for now.
I think so. Thank you so much for everyone joining us, sending in your questions, and especially with your super chats. They are deeply appreciated. Thank you for Jennifer for helping us out with the questions. First off, did she stay the whole show?
She stepped away for a bit. Noni stepped in, so thank you, Noni, for helping out.
Thank you.
Thank you to Kazi for the socials. Thank you to JR Unbound, who's doing all the timestamps. And thank you, Kyle, for reading all these questions.
And thank you, Ian, for answering all these questions, or at least trying to.
That's going to wrap us up for this BumbleKast Live. We will see you next month with some surprising surprises. Ooh, what do we have in store?
We don't know.
Until then, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
Bye. Get out of here.